I want to show you the danger of a one-line marketing. It's probably some of you have heard that this is your sponsor and this is you, and then this is the sponsor B line. What the sponsor tells you is, don't worry about your one line. I'm going to build it for you. This is your A line, which is your left leg. So these are the people that your sponsor are building it for you, right? It looks very, very nice because you don't have to worry about your A line, but instead you're just working on your B line, just like one line over here. It looks so amazing in the beginning, right? It looks like you're making income every time because both legs, A was built by your sponsor, and then you just take care of your right leg, which is your B line, yourself. It looks very easy, and then it looks promising that you will be successful in anatomy. But let me show you why this is a disaster. That's why I call this a danger of one-line marketing, because basically you're only responsible just for your B line, which is the one line on your right leg. For the sponsor point of view over here, as the sponsor, when the sponsor looks at on his A line, which is on his left line here, his left leg. Okay, let me just draw those. This is all his left leg or A line, right? When you also build your B line, it will translate into his A line, right? Everything is on his left. Then automatically his PV is going to be greater than his B line, right? His PV on the A line, it's greater than his PV on his B line because you also built your B line together with him, which is he builds your A line over here, and then you build your right leg over here, your B line. Then the sponsor A line will be overwhelming, right? It will be overwhelming it successful. Look what's going to happen, right? Let's say this is the last person that your sponsor is putting his prospect into your line. Because the PV is greater than the B line, automatically the sponsor now, he's going to start working, putting people on his B line, right? He's not going to continue building on his A line because his PV already greater or bigger than the B line. So it's not unbalanced. Most of us already experience what unbalanced PV, right? So when you see your PV is unbalanced, which is your A line is greater than your B line, automatically the sponsors start putting people of his prospects down to his B line, right? Let's say this person named John, right? Now John got his A line, right? This is his A line getting built by you, by the sponsor, right? And then you also tell John, don't worry about that A line. You just focus on your B line. This is B line of John. So John start building this. Looks like promising as well. But look at this. Go back to the U over here. This is you, right? Let me just use the black marker over here. This is you. In the beginning, it looks promising. Oh, I was being helped by my sponsor that he is working on my A line, right? Which is this one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 members from my upline. That's amazing. But look at this. From the sponsor point of view, he has stopped putting people under your A line here. So there is no more prospect is being put under your A line, right? And then what happened next? Your income stopped. You don't get PV anymore, right? Because they are not your prospect, they are the sponsor prospect, right? These are being put by the sponsor over here, right? To your A line or your left leg. So automatically you get frustrated and then you are complaining to your sponsor, hey, why did you promise me that you're going to fill up my A line, but now all of a sudden you stop putting people on my A line, right? Did you lie to me? Did you just say good things about this anime and then you didn't do what you said, right? Then you and your sponsor are going to fight and then you said, okay, I'm not going to do anime business anymore, right? Because I was cheated by my sponsor, right? Because from the sponsor point of view, for him or her, it doesn't matter if he put it on the A line or B line. He has to balance himself, right? Because if he finds out the PV is not balanced, A is greater than his B line, automatically he'll start working on his weaker leg, and so are you. That's why when you have your sponsor help you in the beginning, like this A line, you should be grateful. You should be thankful to your sponsor that you don't have to worry about putting people on the A line first. But eventually, when the sponsor is busy doing his weaker leg, which is on the B line over here, that is the time you start putting your prospect to your A line, right? Now you get what I mean, right? If you always concentrate on your B line over here, then one day your sponsor putting people on your A line, you're gonna get frustrated because you think that you were cheated by him or her, right? Now you work by yourself, but that's not the case. That's always will happen in anime business. Let's say you keep putting people on the B line over here, and then one day you get Mary over here, become your superstar, right? Imagine this: if you tell your prospect over here, Mary, hey Mary, I'm gonna help you build your A line over here, and then all of a sudden Mary becomes superstar. Now the next prospect, okay, this is the next prospect. Will you put that prospect here on your weaker leg or on your stronger leg over here? That's the question to you. Which leg you gonna put, your A line or your B line? The answer is you're gonna put it here because now A line is your weaker leg because your sponsor stopped putting people under your A line. Now you're gonna start putting people over here. So if you tell your downline over here that don't worry about one line, which is the A line, I'm gonna build your A line. You just focus on your B line. All these people will gonna get mad to you as well. You lied to them. You lied to them, right? Because now you stop putting people under Mary over here because you're putting people, your prospect, on the A line over here. So Mary doesn't get any more new member over there, right? So if you continue doing this, then it's your structure, your lineage is going to be crumbled. You're not going to grow to the next stage, right? We all want to go to the Imperial Master, so we have to do it right in the beginning when we're nobody, when we're still a member, right? And then you go up to Sales Master, Diamond Master, all the way to Imperial Master. So this is the danger of one-line marketing. So that's why CEO Hangil Park said, if you do this in the beginning, it looks promising. But look at this in the perspective of the sponsor. When that sponsor is overwhelmed on the other leg, he or she will work on the other leg as well, right? Which is in that case, he will start working on the B line over here, right? So you always tell your partners or your downlines, you are responsible for your A line, which is your left, and your B line, yourself. Even though that in the beginning you will help them put members under them, but you don't tell them that you are putting members under them. So let them be responsible of their A line and B line themselves. That is the proper way to do the anime business.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.